Sports fans, and welcome back to the Angry Gorilla Sports Network. This is Beauregard Snaggletooth coming to you semi-live from the Breslow Ice Hockey Center in Lincoln, Nebraska, where today we have the first game of our doubleheader warming up. We've got the Cake Eaters versus the Grizzlies. Right now, we've got, in this end, we've got the Cake Eaters taking their warm-ups, led by Captain Brett Erlinson and their goaltender, Haley Peterson, who's having a heck of a season so far. The Cake Eaters have found a really good recipe so far this season. And the Grizzlies, who we'll see more of once we have our other camera set up, led by Captain Brooke Vass and their goaltender, Mary Marietta, who has a roughly 91% save percentage on the year. Wins have been tough to come by for the Grizzlies, but they are making some late season moves to get in and really make some nice plays, and they are starting to come together with a real solid team, and come playoff time, anything can happen. So we're looking forward to a great game here tonight, and we're going to go ahead and give you the full lineups on the team, which is something I'm not sure why we haven't done before, but we make some strange choices here at the Angry Gorilla Sports Network. So we'll give you the Cake Eaters roster first. Number 2, Tyler Lease. Number 8, Richard Dick Kettler. Number 9, Michael Steinman, who is, I believe, out for a couple of weeks due to a surgery. And then we've got number 10 on defense, Chloe Galinsky. Number 13, Captain Brett Erlinson. 14, center Cameron Fitzgerald. 15, center Aaron Schoenberg. 19, winger Deb Buck. And then we're going to go to winger number 22, Valerie Bergeron. And number 24, Mike Holscher. 36 on defense, Derek Bodford. And rounding out the Cake Eaters roster is number 86, Ryan Patrick. And then we'll give you the Grizzlies here. As you can hear the buzzer to end the warm-up period. We've got on the Grizzlies, number 6, Catherine Peterson. Number 8, Robin Winky. Number 9, Christy Kane. Number 10, Brian Smith. And number 12 on defense, Bruce Hiller. And his defensive partner, number 13, Skylar Sampson, Skippy. At center, number 14, Brian Carlson. And then at wing, we've got number 19, Shelby Ziegler. And let's see here. And then we go to defense, number 22, Chris Reinmiller. 22. Then we take a jump. Number 51, Ryan Hoffman. Number 58, the captain, Brooke Vass. Number 77 from Boston, Drew Long. And last but not least, number 93, Delano Lopez. Now, you can see we've got a shot and a deflection and a nice little snag there by Mary as the game is getting underway. We're going to go ahead and do our best to keep everything moving, and what we won't be doing is keeping the camera steady. So for anyone with vertigo, I apologize. The puck is moved around the boards, out to the point. There's a shot, but it's stopped before it makes it to Mary, it looks like. That's chipped along by Dick Kettler behind the boards over into the far corner. And here we go, back up. We're going to briefly come down into the Cake Eater zone. Puck staying right around the blue lines. No danger as of yet. Carlson's there to put the pressure on. Clearing attempt, but that's broken up. But Cake Eaters end up with it. And here they come down into the Grizzlies zone. Coming across the line. There's a shot. A deflection and another shot. Bounces back towards the hash marks. Now the puck's up at the point. And there's a shot of referee Mike Klaczynski's back. We only really needed to see half of the shot here. I can tell you, standing there working on the camera as I was at this point, this shot here is going to come from the high slot, and you can see it go right past Mary, went over the shoulder, and I'm not sure she saw that. There were about 4 people in front of her. That was just a good screen and a good setup there by the Cake Eaters, and didn't really have a lot of opportunity there. So that's 1-0 for the Cake Eaters so far. We're going to get ready and have the puck drop here. And we'll see, that's going to come back down into the Grizzlies zone. That's Val Bergeron, who was putting pressure on, tried to sweep it towards the net. Couldn't quite get everything on it. Ended up going behind. Puck's still in here. Over above the face-off circle, past the hash marks. Kicked away to the right-hand side. Up the far side wall, and the puck's trickling loose there. There's Brooke Vass to clean it up, and she's going to send it back up. It's deflected. Takes another swipe at it, sends it out to the blue line, and it's out in the neutral zone. At least for a moment, as here it comes again. There's Brooke picking it up. Chips it up the boards. And down into the Cake Eater zone. At least for a minute. Cake Eaters are doing a nice job of controlling the puck here. I believe we might have an offsides call. We had an interview that unfortunately wasn't able to make it to air from the world-renowned hockey DJ Dino, who I asked their opinion on what the keys to victory were, and their insightful commentary was skating and scoring. And, you know, when you boil it right down, that's really what it is. So there's Rainmiller coming in with Deb Buck and Aaron Schoenberg. They're putting the pressure on. They're able to move the puck around the boards, back up to the point. And looks like we might have an icing call here. So we'll take a face-off here at the opposite side face-off circle.
I like it. That's a nice angle. I'm just going to move.
Puck's loose in front of the net. Mary's not quite able to get a glove on it. That's okay, because it's taken into the cake eater zone by the Grizzlies. But that is intercepted and broken back up. Back out into the neutral zone and down into the Grizzlies. The race is on here. That's Brooke Vass putting the wheels on to
That's way too bright.
beat everybody down there. And there, puck trickles right towards Mary, and she's able to put a glove on it and get it frozen. So we'll have another face-off. Everybody thinks it's going to the other side, but Mike Kluchinski says, it's going to come right back over here where I'm at. There's Skylar Sampson, number 13. Right in front. Puck's one out by the Cake Eaters up to the point. Sent back down. It's Ryan Patrick following him. Puck up the far boards into the neutral zone, or no, excuse me, with that call, not into the neutral zone, stayed in the Grizzlies' end, but now we're out and making a push into the zone here for the Cake Eaters. That's picked up by Ryan Lease, number 2. And the race is on here. That is broken up. Smith, number 10, was chasing down Cam Fitzgerald. Puck's over on the boards now. That's John Cropsey filling in tonight for the Cake Eaters. He's wearing number 24. And that's Brett Erlinson getting control of the puck, sending it off the boards. And Ryan Smith, that's broken up by Erlinson and cleaned up by Aaron Schoenberg, who chips it back up towards the blue line. And here it comes again. There's Erlinson, backhander. Backhander again. And out into neutral ice. There we go. And that's number 8, Dick Kettler. He's cleaning it up. Puck into the near corner here. It's number 22, Chris Rainmiller. Oh, nice shot, nice save. Save on Skippy Sampson, who's decided to start shooting on his own goaltender as well. That is a choice, I suppose. Well, you know, we'll have to see if we can get an interview with him for next week's game and find out quite what he was thinking. But for now, Mary was able to get the freeze, and we're going to have a face-off with Brett Carlson, or Brian Carlson, excuse me, Brian, somebody named Carlson, and Cam Fitzgerald there. Nothing but the best commentary here for us, folks. And the puck is moving down here. And that'll be an offsides call. Today's game is brought to you by ramen. For 59 cents, a meal you can have. Ramen. We'll have to put it out to the field, too. I wonder, what is everyone's preferred flavor? Beef, shrimp, or chicken? And we've got a shot from Kettler. Low angle. Comes across into the corner. Leith has it. Up to the point. Takes a shot. Goes over into the far corner again. Up right around the face-off circle on the far side. It's kept in. Vass cleaning that one up. And here come the Grizzlies. There's a shot and a glove save by Peterson. Nicely done. Not a whole lot of action her way so far, but sharp on that save. And there's our other official for tonight's game, Carl Kavinsky, captain of the Whiskey Deeks. There's our save. Or puck drop, rather. It's not a save. That's Shelby Ziegler, I believe, carrying it across. And a shot sneaks through some legs, and another save by Peterson. There we go. There's the puck drop. That's Shelby Ziegler carrying the puck across center ice, or excuse me, to the slot rather, excuse me. And across, stays in. Can't quite see, looks like the puck is into neutral zone. And here it comes down into the Grizzlies' end. Towards us, cycled all the way around by Rainmiller. And good pressure from the Cake Eaters. Didn't want to keep that where they could cause him any headaches. There's Rainmiller cleaning that one up as well, sending it down. And we got a foot race. Cropsy's able to pick that one up. Moves the puck into the neutral end, and it's back here. That's Erlinson takes it behind the net. Pass over the far side wall. Cropsy moves it along. And the race is on. There's Cam Fitzgerald with a centering attempt. Not quite able to be completed. Nice pass, nice positioning. Least just wasn't able to clean that one up. That was a great try, though. Still in the Grizzlies' end here. Cake Eaters are staying busy. Definitely controlling the tempo as we speak so far. Shot towards the net, stopped by Rainmiller. Puck bounces off the boards. Carried in. Oh, backhand attempt, just not able to connect. Great try, and another good opportunity for the Cake Eaters, just not quite able to get that cleaned up. Puck stays in the net, far corner there. Comes up right along the goal line, paddled down by Murrieta. Puck out towards the blue line and into neutral zone. Carlson with the pressure. Got a line change there for the Cake Eaters. And There he was coming out to play that in case, but Rain Miller picks it up, and oh my goodness, quite the collision there. The face-off circle. Puck stays in the zone. Looks like nobody's the worse for wear. Puck out by the red line now. And we're coming back in here. There's a shot blocked and cleaned up over to the near side boards. Catherine Peterson there to pick it up. Through some traffic, puck comes across the ice into the far side corner. Down towards the Cake Eaters end here. Got a line change. Change of possession here and into the Grizzlies end again. Rain Miller there with the puck right between the hash marks. Sends it to the left side boards. Back out. Races on down into the corner. There's a shot that's deflected. Backhander cleaned up by Ertlinson. And there's the buzzer. So at the end of the first period, our score is the Cake Eaters 1 and the Grizzlies nothing. That's a good back and forth game, though. Shots were a little lopsided, but it was a good, entertaining period of hockey. We'll be right back on the Angry Gorilla Sports Network after these messages. All right. Today's game is brought to you by Lava. Lava. Because at least it's not cold. Quite the eventful game there, the first period. Cake Eaters were definitely kind of forcing the subject a little bit on the Grizzlies, but Grizzlies played some good defense, didn't really allow a whole lot through. We will see here what happens if the Grizzlies can push back a little bit and make a little action. Here we go. We're getting ready for the second period. Everyone's in the place. And there's the puck drop. Puck down into the Grizzlies zone for a minute, but it's taken back out by Brian Smith and back up towards Haley Peterson. And that's broken up, and now we're back down, and so a little bit of back and forth action right now. Puck's hanging out in the neutral zone. Looks like that's taken down here. Well, it was. It was taken in to the Cake Eaters end, but it's broken back up, brought out. Brooke Vass sends it around the wall to clear it out. Makes it up to the point, but comes back into the corner. So we're going to try and pass that puck forward. Goes into the neutral zone where it's stopped by the Cake Eaters and sent back into the Grizzlies' end. It's like taking it down towards Peterson there and the Cake Eaters. And I believe I heard a whistle, possibly an offsides. You never can tell. And it looks like the incredible moving camera is back. Well done, Josh. Well done. Face off and then a whistle. So I believe that was batted down into the other end for an icing call against the Cake Eaters. So we'll have a face off. Right by Peterson. There's a shot on goal. Delano Lopez down in the corner. Puck's broken up. Sent out past the goal. There's another shot. Ah, Grizzlies are definitely picking up the pace here. All right, so puck is taken out to center ice. I think that was Dick Kettler who had it. Sends it off the boards into the zone. That's picked up by Drew Long. Moves it up, I believe, to Brian Carlson. And they bring it in together. That's broken up, though. Good back checking there by Dick Kettler. Carlson with a shot crossed. Doesn't quite make it through, but definitely seeing just a bit more aggression here from the Grizzlies so far. There's a shot that goes wide of the net. Aaron Schoenberg there keeps it in. Puck's deflected wide. It's Brian Lease. It's down. I think that's John Cropsey. There's a shot and a save by Peterson. So yeah, here early in the second, we've already got more shots for the Grizzlies than we did the first period. So they've definitely made a good change here so far. So we'll have the face-off. That's Aaron Schoenberg and that Brian Smith, I believe, on the face-off for the Grizzlies. Looks like a bit of a toss-up, but kept in the zone here by the Grizzlies. Yeah, brought back down into the corner. There's Brett Erlinson. He's got it, and that's being taken up the far wall. There's a pass towards the center, looking for some help. Is that Val Bergeron, I think? Possibly. Can't. Yep, number 22, Val Bergeron there was in the Slot looking for the pass. It's a good position. Puck's out by the blue line. And the race is on. Oops. And we got it brought back in there. There's Bruce Hiller, number 12, on defense for the Grizzlies. There's a shot across, and that's deflected. I think we were going to have an icing call, but something happened, didn't make it there, and that deflection, ooh, that was a bad deflection. Kind of came right off the boards. Cam Fitzgerald was there and tried to get it across on the goal, just not quite able to. That was close. It's a bad rebound. And there, we've got a call. Puck down into the corner, and there comes Brooke Vass. And looks like that might have been an offsides. Okay. There's the face-off. Coming in. Race is won by Dick Kettler. Takes it off the boards. Kept in at the point by the Grizzlies. Oh, there's a loose puck. Looking for Brian Carlson, but goes into the corner. There's Dick Kettler's got that. Oh, and there's a shot. Oh, my goodness. Shot by Brian Carlson. Sneaks its way in past Haley Peterson. We've got a tie game, 1-1. Okay. Face off. And then we've got a whistle fairly quickly, so I'm assuming we've got an offsides call, or perhaps icing. Yeah, they're coming down this way, so I think it's going to be an icing call. It's Chloe Galinsky right there, number 10. Ryan Lease and Ryan Patrick. Now, that's an interesting formation for that face-off, but it puts them in good position to take the offensive on a shot, or the defensive rather. Excuse me. And then, if the opportunity gives them, they're able to break out. They're able to make it down into the Grizzlies' end, just not quite able to make anything happen. Looks like that puck was coming in, broken up there. So here we come again into the Grizzlies zone. Shot from up above the face-off circle. That went wide or over. I couldn't quite see the puck, to be honest, so I'm not 100% certain where it went. There's a shot, and it's deflected. Bit of a pile of people there. And then the race into the corner. Jockeying for position. And back down. And there's the puck, just on the side of the face-off circle. Ryan Patrick sent it over towards the center. By the red line now. And here we come. No icing is the call. Cropsey sends it around the boards to the far side wall. That's picked up. Moved up towards the center line. It's broken up. Looks like Brian Carlson may have been in on that one. And scramble there between the benches for the puck goes to the far corner. Chris Rainmiller going in after it. And there's Catherine Peterson, who's got it, going up the wall, chips it off the boards. Oh, but it's broken up. Stays at the blue line. Back and forth there in the neutral zone. Nobody's really gaining an advantage. Sorry for the lack of a great camera angle there, but you can use your imagination. There's Rainmiller, brings it around the back of the net. Got a Grizzlies push here. Brian Carlson takes it, shot on goal, and saved by Peterson. Nice save. Eat that one right up. No rebounds. Just what you want as a goaltender. Face off here. Brian Carlson for the Grizzlies and Cam Fitzgerald for the Cake Eaters. That's one out of the zone by the Cake Eaters. But the Grizzlies are in pursuit. I think that's Bruce Hiller winning the race to the far end board to catch that. It's kept in, however. There's Skippy Sampson, number 13 for the Grizzlies, on defense out in front of Mary. Puck's in the neutral zone, right around the blue line. And Cake Eaters bring it in. That's broken up and it's carried the other direction. Brian Carlson, there's a shot. Over into the corner. And here we have a shot on Mary and a save. Nothing doing on that one. All right, we got Aaron Schoenberg and Brian Smith on the faceoff. Bruce Hiller there. There's Brooke Vass in the slot. And Andrew Long, number 77 for the Grizzlies. Puck's one down into the corner. Bruce Hiller picks it up, sends it around. That is intercepted there by the Cake Eaters. Try to bring it over towards the goal mouth, but kept down in the corner. Puck's loose, just to the side of the net. Both teams trying to gain control here, and not quite able. Brian Smith sends it out towards the blue line, broken out by the Grizzlies. It comes right back, though. There's a shot. That's deflected. Oh, big bounce off the boards. Aaron Schoenberg sends it up to the high slot. There's a shot and a save. And puck gets free, goes over into the far corner. Pass down. Past Ryan Leith, excuse me. Comes up from behind the net. Aaron Schoenberg gives it a tap to John Cropsey, who passes it over to his defensive partner there. And there's a shot. Deflected wide. Good work by the Grizzlies, not really letting anything get through there. Cropsey comes back, sends it out towards the neutral zone. Here we come now. Cake Eaters dump it into the corner. Picked up by Drew Long, excuse me. Pass up to Brian Carlson. Might have been just a bit too much on that pass. And there's a buzzer. Boy, that period just went by. Again, a lot of action in that period. The ice was fairly slanted the other direction. It's interesting. They switch ends and kind of the same tail there. Not a whole lot of shots for White in that period. I only had 3 shots on goal to 6 for Black. But Black was able to even it up. So we are tied 1-1 at the end of the second period. Hopefully we'll be able to get another interview with DJ Dino before the end of the game here. What do you think, DJ? We've got here's DJ Dino right now. Give us your opinion. We've got a tie game after the second period. What do you think?
They better win. That's all I'm gonna say.
They better win. That's all I'm gonna say. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much, DJ Dino. But DJ Dino said that's all they're going to say, so they're not even going to say you're welcome. I appreciate someone who sticks to their word. All right. As we get ready for the third period, we'd like to remind you to stay warm outside. It's really cold. This puck drop is brought to you by pants. Some people wear them, some people don't. Pants, the long-legged option. There we go. Shot right in here. Grizzlies keeping up the aggression. Carlson brings it in, trying for a shot, but broken up. Puck sneaks over to the side of Peterson, saved, excuse me. So we've got a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the far side. Here we go with a puck down in the Grizzlies' end now. See if the Cake Eaters can answer back. Shot goes just wide, bounces off the boards. Slapped along by Rain Miller. Into the neutral zone. Well, the race is on. Cam Fitzgerald won that one. And Catherine Peterson was there to break that up. Kind of broke up that pass. There's a shot right there that was just deflected wide by Fitzgerald. Dangerous attempt getting up there right between the hash marks. Here comes Carlson the other way, though. Taken away. Looks like that was Galinsky who broke that up. Picked up along the wall. Ziegler in with the pressure. Smith goes down there right at the blue line. Here we go. And looks like that's coming the other direction now. Bounce off the board. Another big bounce. Oh, misplay there. Picked up. Looks like that's Deb Buck. Tried to get it over towards center. There's a shot. Block. Rebound and covered. Nice job by Mary getting control of that rebound there. A lot of white jerseys around. There's puck drop. Sent over, broken up before it made it through. Schoenberg takes the puck behind the net. Paddled out towards the hash marks by Murrieta. Now it's on the far side. Picked up. Swept in. There's Smith. Sends it over to the boards. Up at the point. Picked up. Moved down towards the center again. The Cake Eaters have definitely found something in this shift. They are keeping the puck moving. Getting some activity towards the goal. There's a shot. Goes wide. Bounces around over to the far side boards. And back out. Galinsky in to pick it up. Delano Lopez putting the pressure on. Drew Long towards the center. And that's picked up by Bruce Hiller. Dick Kettler there for the Cake Eaters. And it's down in the corner. Shot goes just wide. Bouncing puck. Oh, up towards the slot. Puck coming right at us. Picked up by Schoenberg. Nice pass. Kept over on the boards. Pass down. Tried to get it deflected over towards the center. Not quite able to make that one happen. And we're out into the neutral zone and back down towards the Peterson. There's Brad Erlinson, number 13. Pressure on Carlson. Shot and save by Peterson. There's the face-off. Looks like that's sent down. We got a call for icing. That'll be right back. We'll try it again. All right, get ready here for this face-off. Slant. Saved. Oh, no, not frozen. Save was made, but it's taken away or given away there and played around. And that was a very quick goal. I honestly lost track of that. That's not an ideal thing for your humble commentator to say, but that was a very quick goal. So that all of a sudden changes the complexion of this game here. Puts the Cake Eaters up by 1. Scramble around the blue line there. Puck's brought in, chipped across towards the center. Nobody home. There's another centering pass by Ryan Patrick. Not quite able to be collected by the Cake Eaters. Sampson breaks that up, backhands it towards the blue line. Grizzlies are able to break free here now, carrying it down towards Cake Eaters' end, but that's broken up, and they reverse the end here. Bit of an easy shot, paddled away by Murrieta. And think we've got an icing call. So we'll have the face-off. We got Carlson versus Schoenberg. And there's a shot goes wide from the point. Down. Okay, puck is carried down into the end here by that end. Puck's over on the far side boards now, backhanded by Vass out towards the blue line. Gets it out of danger. There's Vass towards center again, covering all sorts of ground. That's brought down. There's Lopez, picks it up, shot, block, save, and freeze. Nicely done by Peterson. Breakaway with a good shot by Lopez. So we'll have a face-off. And this break in the action is brought to you by the Teen Titans. My child's favorite show, the Teen Titans. All right. And there's Erlinson, sends it off the boards. We've got a race into the zone, and that's Fitzgerald. Had the step, was able to get around, brought it right around Murrieta, who played the first shot, and it was a pretty nice move by Fitzgerald. So we've got another goal there. That puts us at 3-1 Cake Eaters. Grizzlies going to need to find something here to see if we can get this back to a one-goal game right now. Puck's one. Looks like that's going down into the other end. Taken around the far end and paddled down. Cropsey sends it around the corner. Smith blew a tire there. Now it's coming back here into the Grizzlies' end. Shot broken up there by Buck, picked up by Rain Miller, sent back. None of the Grizzlies were able to quite get down there in time. Cropsey was able to clean it up, but Carlson's got it out at the point. There's a shot, but that's blocked by Cropsey before it makes it to Peterson. And that is sent back down into the other end. Picked up by Skylar Sampson. Backhanded, but that's picked up by the Cake Eaters. Brings it over, centering pass just a little behind. Peterson picks it up. Comes across the face-off circle. Oh, and that's broken up. Cake Eaters get that. Can't get that shot through, though. Rain Miller takes it. And that's one. There's a shot. And goes wide. Shot rimmed around the boards. There's a scramble. Heading into the other end. And here comes the puck. All right, Sampson. Skippy in the short side. Val Bergeron with the pressure. Up by the face-off circle. Well, loose puck. Bobbles around a little bit. That's kept in by the Cake Eaters. Far side. Fitzgerald sends it around the back. Puck is still in. Oh, there's a block, it looked like, possibly by Carlson. And we're out into the neutral zone. Oh, boy, we got bodies going all over the place here. Shot, I think, went off of Peterson's stick, kind of bounced a little bit, was just a bobbling puck and then frozen. Out into the neutral zone here. And let's see, we're carrying it in. Oh, somebody went down there on the far side. Not 100%. That was, I think that might have been Ziegler. Puck's moving down. It's Drew Long who's carrying it. Broken up towards the blue line. And back and forth action. Nobody's really quite been able to get a one up on the other here right now. And puck goes. That's sent down toward center ice by Hiller. There we go. There was a shot, but deflected wide. And that's the game. Very evenly matched game. With the final score, the Cake Eaters 3 and the Grizzlies 1. Total up, I had shots were much more even that period. We had 6 shots for the Cake Eaters and 7 for the Grizzlies. So overall, our shots, 14, that's 20 shots on goal for the Cake Eaters. And 6, 7, 13, 14, 15 Shots on goal for the Grizzlies. Real solid game by both teams. Can't honestly say that one team looked, really much more in control than the other. It was back and forth. Real nice game. So we will watch the Zamboni come out now, and looks like it's going to chase some people around the ice, which is new intermission entertainment. So we'll see how that goes for you. But I'm going to step away for just a few minutes and get ready for the second game of our doubleheader, featuring the Whiskey Deeks versus the Blue Bees. Thank you for watching. This is Beauregard Snaggletooth. I'll be back here in just a few minutes.